A warning?
There ain't nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
This ain't high school, man. You're at a new level here. You have not earned teammate status yet.
Who the hell are you? Oh, Jake Bradley.
And until you do, you're nobody.
Excuse me. Yeah? Bye.
I'd like to introduce you to the new guys. 2 rules. No booze in this house. Number 2, no girls upstairs in those bedrooms.
I'm seriously worried about these new guys.
Oh! Play a good game, man.
Jay. We have a little tradition welcoming the new guys. Freshman batting practice! Welcome to the big time, boys.
Oh, my nuts! Look at what we have here. Hey, ladies. Party later tonight at the baseball houses.
You should be investing this energy elsewhere.
Lesbians.
I like the quiet guy in the backseat.
Oh, there's nothing here. Yeah, I can see how that could get threatening. New guy coming in, getting all the ladies. That was a joke. We got your joke right here.
Did he just call it a joke?
That's what he implied.
How did you know what room I was in?
I'm an investigative journalism major.
So I guess you know my name then.
Yes. As soon as you tell me. Starting to have an identity crisis. We danced at a disco, danced the Cotton Eye Joe in kicker attire, and here we are, punks for a night.
You gotta embrace your inner strange, man. Just be weird.
It's about finding out who you are.
You gotta tune in, man.
You guys want to try a little telepathic stuff?
Do it. Lock in.
What am I thinking about?
Baseball.
Having a tail.
Cereal?
Just thinking about sharks. Sharks have tails.
That's a good point.
I wish I had a tail.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I'm pretty sure that is a new school.
Oh, welcome back to the show, listeners.
Welcome back.
Hello there.
It's the first day of college, Pete.
It is the first day of college. I mean, school is back in session.
We've got a back-to-school movie for you.
Here we are in late, or early September, I should say. And this one was a little bit of a last-minute pick for us, but I think we've been kind of kicking it around for a bit.
At least I have.
Yes, absolutely. It was my first watch of this movie, but we'll get into all of that in a moment. Before we do, listeners, my name's Pete.
And I'm Scott, and these are the movies that made us gay. Just
yes,
us today.
Indeed. Yes, it's just us, and we're talking about a fun movie.
We are talking about a fun movie. A movie that we get requests every so often to do this movie.
Yeah, I would say it comes through.
I can see why.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the most homoerotic movie ever made about straight men.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not explicitly, it's like accidentally homoerotic.
Yeah. In a way that I think that only straight filmmakers can make something like this and make it an inherently gay, which I love.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get into all of that. Scott, let's talk about what we watched yesterday, a couple days ago.
We watched Everybody Wants Some, written and directed by Richard Linklater, premiered at South by Southwest March 11th, 2016, went on to its national release March 30th of that year. Linklater wrote the first draft of the script in the mid-2000s, around like 2005, and he tried to finance it in 2009, and it didn't work out. And then he ended up getting the production off the ground when Annapurna Films became involved, and Megan Ellison. And this was kind of
Megan Ellison was the kind of the head of Annapurna Productions, which was I guess, a short-lived production house that tried to do like indie.
They did some pretty big indie movies. She produced Her. I think that she produced American Hustle. I want to say Zero Dark 30 may have been Megan Ellison as well.
So also the thing is, Megan Ellison is the daughter of not Harlan Ellison. I forget his first name, but her father is the man behind Oracle.
Yeah.
Oracle being a large software company. Oracle is a database. I can't even describe right now. It's too late in the day. I've had a long day, but Oracle is a business.
Software billionaire.
This man is. He is so rich that his children, Megan Ellison, and his children's children.
Well, Megan also has a brother, and I think
Right.
that he just bought. I think that her brother has to do with Skydance.
Right.
I think.
Well, the thing is, they're the children of a tech billionaire, and they're adult children. They're grown people. But, I mean, with that kind of money behind them and your father saying, hey, what do you want to do with your life? And just saying, hey, I love movies.
I
Let's
guess you
make some
I guess
movies.
you could be doing worse things.
So, you know what?
Yeah.
And, you know, they, I feel like Annapurna made some cool movies.
They make some pretty cool movies.
Yeah.
I know that.
I liked movies
I know
that said Annapurna at the beginning. So,
like I mentioned, they did Her, I think.
Right.
With Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah.
But I think that Annapurna's big thing is that I think that a lot of these movies were probably high price tags, and they didn't end up really making that big of a profit. And that's not great for a production company.
Right. Larry Ellison is his name, and Oracle Corporation. Listeners, if you've ever watched Birdemic, Shock and Awe.
Oh, I know that you'd love Birdemic,
I love
Shock and Awe.
Birdemic, Shock and Awe. One of the characters, he constantly talks about like having an interview with Oracle Corporation, but he keeps saying Oracle Corporation.
Oracle Corporation.
Yeah.
Well, as you do.
As you would, but it's just this thing that the screenwriter of this movie probably really wanted to work at Oracle, or maybe he did or something. But at any rate, I always think of Oracle Corporation whenever I think of that company. We used it at my old job for a while. I liked it. At any rate, this is an Annapurna movie written and directed by Richard Linklater. I have questions about this movie and the making of it, and. Okay, let's go back.
So you had not seen
I had
it.
not seen it, no.
This was in our iTunes. I bought this when
bought
it came out,
yeah.
and I watched it a handful of times. I feel like I would put this on when I would go back home to Montana. It's a good plane movie.
Okay, yeah,
if you just need something to put on.
You know why?
When you're traveling.
You know why? Because nothing happens.
That's what I kind of like about it.
No, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But that plot, we're listening to that trailer right now, and I was like, damn it if those trailer editors were probably like,
we need to find some sort of a story for
this
movie.
What in the hell am I supposed to make a trailer out of? Nothing is happening. There's not, I mean, what is the plot of this movie? And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but like literally there is no like plot. Like the plot is boys goes to first day of college, first 3 days of college.
It's the first 3 days before term starts.
Yeah. He moves in, classes start in 2 days, and so it's that.
I mean, it's a classic
what he does leading up to class, yeah.
movie hangout. It's a hangout movie.
Hangout movie.
Which I love. I mean, I have a list of some of movie history's most notable hangout movies. We have American Graffiti, Dazed and Confused.
See, I've never seen American Graffiti, so I can't cotton to that.
Well,
but I understand.
How about some of these? Clerks?
Clerks, Dazed and Confused, sure.
Superbad? Would you call it Superbad something like this?
I don't know.
Because you're just kind of following
it is
them.
the events of one night, but stuff happens, but it is hard to say, like, and then they go here, and then they go here. But, so, yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
Friday?
Yeah, for sure.
Swingers? And even some of the Quentin Tarantino movies. Like, I think that you could classify both Jackie Brown and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as hangout movies. That you're just kind of, they're vibing with the characters. Even though they do have kind of stronger plots, especially
happens, yeah.
Jackie Brown has a really strong and complicated story.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Jackie Brown shines when you're just kind of hanging with the characters.
Okay. All right. Sure. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. And when I was watching it, I wasn't just like, oh my God, this is boring, nothing's happening. I was captivated. I was there. I was pleased with.
You were chuckling on the couch a few times.
There were some jokes. I was pleased with the periodness and the period accuracy. You don't usually get movies that are like 1980. This is 1980. This is like not like the 70s. This is 1980. But there's still like a disco that they go to.
There's still the
like,
town disco.
They're all like so. It's this transitional time of like that like rhinestone cowboy, urban cowboy culture was like creeping in, and like my parents, in 1980 were in their their late 20s, and so they were good. It's a very specific time, so that was cool. But yeah, it was interesting that I was like, okay, the trailer really kind of makes it out of like he goes to school, he meets this girl, it's this quest, it's this love story. It's not that.
It's pretty leisurely. No, I mean, it's that, but it's just a little more leisurely at it.
He's like finding other girls at the clubs and taking them home and like all that. So yeah, it's not like a classic like, oh, he's going to find, because he sees the girl, he sees them early on, but then we don't go back to them for a while. So yeah, it's very interesting how it takes its time.
It's a sports movie, but I'm using that in a very broad term because
Well-
they're all college
well.
baseball players. But season doesn't start until the spring.
But this practice that we get in real time, I swear that practice was an hour of the movie. I was like, oh, we're really doing this practice. This is a big chunk of this. That was a long scene with like no score, just like here we are doing our thing. But you're seeing the characters and all of that. But it's a very interesting exploration of like male friendships
Yeah.
and how like kind of quick and I don't know, not easy, but there's just there is a little bit of an ease to just like, okay, like we're
We always talk
I
about...
live with you now.
We always
so
talk
we're
about how
friends.
you were always close to a lot of straight guys growing up.
Yeah.
And all of your friends just bust each other's balls.
Oh, yeah.
And these are all of these guys in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
grew
what
up
you do.
with closer female friends. I've always had trouble making male friends.
Uh-huh.
And it's maybe because I'm too sensitive
Yeah.
for this type of group of men.
Yeah. Because it's that. It's that.
Yeah.
It's just nonstop shit talking. And when it hits you, you're like, oh, shut up, fuck. But then when it doesn't, you're just like there talking shit about, the other person. So, yeah, it's fully a thing. That is real. I felt that was like a very accurate portrayal.
I'm probably going to be hanging out with Zoe and her artsy group of friends at the last
the
house party.
performing arts.
I'm probably going to be hanging out with the
Kids.
performing arts kids.
Sure. I mean, those performing arts kids, those parties can get pretty wild too.
And that's what I liked about the juxtaposition of parties, because I think that you go into that party, not to skip to the end,
Right.
at the beginning, you go into that party thinking it's going to be like super weird and these
Right.
guys aren't going to have anything to do or they're going to hate it.
Right.
But everybody ends up having a good time
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
They can party just as hard.
Yeah, totally. I want to talk about the characters. Okay, so you watched this movie when it came out.
Yes,
right?
I did.
Does the song "Everybody Wants Some" have 2 exclamation points? It would have to, because I don't think.
Everybody wants some by Van
Yeah,
Halen.
it has 2 exclamation points. So I know the song "Everybody Wants Some" from "Better Off Dead."
You love Better Off Dead.
I love "Better Off Dead."
I just put up with it.
It's so funny. There's a moment where he is at work and it's a brand new job. It's a burger joint, a gross fast food burger place. And he's in the kitchen, and Lane Meyer is a very he's got a big imagination. His imagination runs away with him. And he's supposed to be making the burgers, and he has this dream sequence, and it's all stop motion. And this is like literally claymation. Like it looks like it's hunks of clay.
Is it from the actual claymation guys?
And I don't think it's from Vinton Studios, no.
Okay.
Because it's not as smooth. But it could be, but I don't think so. And it's the burgers. And they're like, there's a burger that's singing, and its song is "Everybody Wants Some," and there's like fries that are like jumping in the hot oil, like
giving me burger commercial,
like a Busby Berkeley,
sure,
like musical. The fries are like jumping in.
That's also very Pee-wee.
Yeah, it is. It's very like the food in the refrigerator. That's what it looks like. I mean, it looks like it's those animators, and then the hamburger that's singing has a guitar, and it's the Eddie Van Halen, the red guitar with the white paint splatter on it. It's not a Flying V; it's the other kind. Yeah, and so that's how I always knew. It's "Everybody Wants Some," and I always knew that song from there. I don't remember it being a big radio hit, but it was probably
I would
earlier.
say a minor Van Halen hit.
Yeah,
I mean Van Halen would have just broke in the early 80s.
Yeah, and the songs were Jump and Panama, and I remember those songs on the radio. I remember Panama being on the radio all the time. And I'm like 1980, I'm little, so I remember it around like 82, 83, being in like first grade and being like, what the fuck are they saying?
Okay, so
Panama?
This is before my time.
Yeah.
I did not grow up on... I definitely grew up on listening to the radio.
Yeah.
Like Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Everything like that. Did not listen to a lot of Van Halen because my dad just didn't really have a Van Halen tape in his car.
Sure.
Did Van Halen have sort of a reputation of maybe being a little cheesy? Because I've always found Jump to be kind of a cheesy song.
Well, okay, so I think that... Okay, actually,
I mean, Eddie Van Halen,
let me take
as
that
a person, I would say is cool.
Let me take that back. Eddie Van Halen is cool, right? The bass player whose bass was a giant bottle of Jack Daniels. Like, they had a reputation of being a party band, right? But now that I think about it, David Lee Roth is fucking corny.
Sure.
David Lee Roth.
Is David Lee Roth the one that was married to Heather Locklear?
No.
No?
No.
Who was Heather Locklear married to?
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pam's
very, very different.
Yeah. Got married on the beach in a black Speedo to Heather. Love it. David Lee Roth was a corn dog. Like, he would just do the like high kicks and the big jumps and jump splits in the air, and would wear like the crazy clothes. Like he looked like he was in Poison, but then everybody else in Van Halen looked like dudes.
Yeah.
Drunk dudes, right?
Eddie Van Halen was pretty handsome.
Eddie was cute. He just had that big crazy smile.
Was he with Valerie at the height of Van Halen?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it was Valerie 4.
And they have a number of kids together, right?
I think they just have the one.
Okay,
they just have
just the one?
Yeah, Wolfie.
Probably around my age.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now that I think about it, maybe they did because David Lee Roth was kind of corny.
Well, they kind of talk about it in this movie.
Yeah,
too.
and then when David Lee Roth left and they got Sammy Hagar and they turned into Van Hagar, it's like, oh, mama, no. And like Right Now and all that, corn dog. So yeah, maybe I just thought that like, oh, the cool kids listen to them, but I was 6. So the cool kids were like my 14-year-old cousins.
Well, because the character that Wyatt, because the character that Wyatt Russell plays, can't he has a whole monologue where he shits on Van Halen,
right? But the thing is, and for me, I always thought that like Eddie being a guitar like genius, right? So I always thought, okay, they have credibility because they've got Eddie, and Eddie can do things on a guitar that like nobody can do, right? And he's like self-taught and all that stuff. But then I think at the end of the day, like David, like I forgot what David Lee Roth, what he would call himself. Diamond Dave. Diamond Dave was just like, this is Dave TV, like from Weird Science. I think maybe they did have a little bit of a corniness to them. So maybe you're right. And I think also coming out of the 70s, where you have like
a lot of cool rockers,
fucking like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and shit, and you're like, oh, okay, like the Who. Well, the Who's like earlier, but coming out of that and then going into like, they're not quite glam, but they kind of are, like the precursors to all that. But I think they just had musicianship on their side. So, but yeah, I guess to me, I was like, well, all the cool kids love Van Halen, but like, yeah, my fucking 14-year-old cousins aren't cool. They're little kids.
Yeah.
But to me, at 6, I was like, yeah,
So you
At
mentioned,
any rate.
you mentioned about wanting to go through the characters. I think that's a good way. I mean, since this is such a thin plot movie, I think it's
Right.
It's good to go through the main, the core guys.
Well, I think what's good for this movie is that it does have, like, I mean, and you can compare this very easily to something like Dazed and Confused, right?
kind of
Which is
at
a
the
big
time.
cast.
Well, also at the time, the big lead for this movie was it's a spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused.
Right.
This was also Linklater's big follow-up to Boyhood. So this is the movie that
Sure.
he followed his Oscar nomination for Boyhood with.
Could you, in some timeline, in some universe, is this like Wiley Wiggins, like the kid from Dazed and Confused?
He goes off to college.
Him going to college.
And he's the character of Jake.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He played baseball.
Yeah.
This is another thing. Neither of us are like sporty guys. We like to go to Dodger games.
I like to go to Dodger games. I
Go
like
to
to
Dodger
follow
games.
the Dodgers. I mean,
follow the Dodgers.
I kind of go in and out, but I mean, I
But,
enjoy baseball.
These guys are on the team. This is their life. This is
I
their...
enjoy baseball a lot more than I do something like football.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I can get a little more invested in it.
I don't think if I went to a football game, oh, man, bring a book. I think I would be on my phone the whole time.
I'd like to go to a Rams game in theory, but I think actually put myself there, I would probably fucking hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Basketball's fun. Hockey's fun. But yeah, American football, ooh, no. I think I would just be like, take a Game Boy, like an actual Game
And
Boy
maybe
with
that's kind
batteries.
of my in with these guys is
Yeah.
because I enjoy baseball a little more. So
But
maybe
these fuckers,
yeah.
they're the way they're talking about baseball, I'm just like, ooh, that is.
these
Could
guys,
not be
these
me.
friends, and I think that this is something that a lot of sporty straight guys do.
Uh-huh.
Everything is a fucking competition.
Right.
Everything
Right.
that they do.
Yeah.
They're making
Yes.
bets. They have
Yeah.
to. The Tyler Hoechlin character throwing hissy fits when he loses
Table tennis, ping pong, yeah.
table tennis.
Yeah.
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 Which I think is very true to life.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A lot of guys. I mean, a lot of people. There's girls I know that like that too. But I think mostly men, especially when you're around each other. You know. Yeah. Bets, things like that. Dumb shit. Yeah. But I mean, like we said, we have our main character who, in theory, is Wiley Wiggins from Dazed and Confused. But this is Jake, played by Blake Jenner. No
Okay.
relation.
So I want to have a little side conversation.
Tell me about Blake Jenner.
So Blake Jenner
So the whole time I'm thinking, who does this motherfucker look like? And he looks like Matt Dillon.
looks a little bit
With
like
the
Matt
wig.
Dillon. Yeah,
With
I can
the
see
wig,
that.
I was
Yeah.
seeing Matt Dillon the whole
like
time.
an 80s Matt Dillon.
Yes.
So
So go on.
I think Blake Jenner was somebody that just kind of hovered under really breaking to the mainstream. And I looked it up last night, and this son of a bitch won season 2 of the Glee Project.
There were 2
which
seasons
was
of the Glee
a
Project?
reality show on Oxygen.
Crazy.
Which was a talent search to find someone that would have an arc on Glee. This wouldn't just be a walk-on on Glee. I think they would be
That was
given-
the prize?
They would be given a proper arc on
shit.
Glee.
So who won the first one?
I don't know.
Crazy.
But yeah, Blake Jenner had some limited success, but here's the thing about Blake Jenner.
Yeah.
He was Me Too'd by his girlfriend. And he
no.
does not really work anymore. I think that he was in The Wedding Singer on stage in LA.
I was like, that's a wedding singer.
But
Okay.
I think that he may have beat up his girlfriend. Ooh. And then I think that he went on social media admitting to it, too. So this is why you don't really see a lot of Blake Jenner. But kind of someone who just kind of hovered under really breaking through to the mainstream.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there were only 2 seasons of the Glee Project. There were 2 winners from season 1.
He made The Edge of 17, not to be confused with the gay movie. He did the Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, he's in the
Edge
Haley
of
Steinfeld
17.
Edge of 17? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then he was in that Forgotten What/If miniseries with Renee Zellweger.
Oh, he's the girl from Supergirl.
Yes.
She's the one that
Yeah,
Me Too'd him.
That was his wife.
There you go.
I think that he was also on Supergirl, too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. All
But,
right.
like, did some,
It's
like...
all falling into
But
place.
did some kind of fucked up shit to her eye.
Yeah,
I think he,
yeah.
like, did something to her retina.
I don't know.
Yeah, but, like, it got super dark.
Yeah.
I think that he is sober now. I saw that on his Instagram.
Sure.
So So yeah, that's Blake Jenner's deal.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I know there's a way to pronounce it, but Melissa Benoist. I don't think it's Benoit. Suffered an injury in 2015 that tore her iris and left her pupil permanently enlarged.
Yeah.
In a video, she revealed that the injury to her iris was due to a phone being thrown at her during a domestic dispute. Oh, no. And they were married at the time. Yeah.
It's the first thing that Erica from the Surreality Pod commented. Didn't someone win this role from an MTV show or something?
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Wow.
It was Oxygen.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what/if was 2019?
Yeah.
Paradise City. What is that? Chuck Russell.
But yeah, kind of a limited body
John
of work.
Travolta and Bruce Willis.
And then it stops.
Man, yeah.
And then, okay, so here's also the thing, is that there is a Richard Linklater movie that is in production. Mm-hmm. They're doing it Boyhood style.
Oh, boy.
I think that it's called Merrily We Will Go, that it's shooting over a number of years, and it's with Beanie Feldstein and Ben Platt.
Okay.
And he was originally cast as the lead.
Oh.
And do you know who replaced him? My boyfriend. Paul Mescal replaced him.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Whew. All right. Well, he plays the lead. What did we say his name is? Jake. And, yeah, that's all she wrote on that one. I think the thing about this movie, and like we said, how it
Oh, hold on. That Richard Linklater movie is called Merrily We Roll Along. It's based on a stage play.
Isn't that a stage play? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it was that because I was like, that's something.
And the stage play is set over 20 years. I don't know if it's going to take them 20 years to make the movie.
God, I hope not.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why those two are in it. But the thing about this movie is that, like we said, it is an ensemble cast. He is our main character, though, so we're kind of mostly seeing it like through his eyes and how he's experiencing coming to this.
He's the freshman.
This school, because there are three other freshmen, arriving on the team, but he's the one that like we see him pull up.
The other ones being the character named Plummer and Buter.
Yes. Mm-hmm. There's one more. There's Buter. Plummer is the one with
the scratchy voice.
The scratchy voice, because his name's Tyrone, and I remember that. And then there's one more, the guy with the kind of longer curly hair. Probably.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that character's name is.
That is Brumley. Alex Brumley. Yeah, he's got the longer curly hair and the mustache, and they keep making fun of his mustache. They talk shit on him a lot. So, yeah, there's other freshmen there showing up, but he's the one that we kind of follow. And it's this thing where he gets there to the house, and you're just, like, introduced to all the different kind of dudes that live there.
I like the introduction of this movie. I think it's very well directed.
Okay.
Of that following the
waterbed?
The waterbed hose. Did you grow up with family with waterbeds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your mom go through like a waterbed phase?
Yes.
I think that we may have talked about this.
Yeah, we have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom definitely went through a waterbed phase. I don't recall being like, yes, this is heaven, or like, no, this is uncomfortable. I think I was just like, that's cool.
Yeah, same.
This is cool. It's fine. I'm not like, you know what we need.
But having to trail a hose.
Yeah, I don't know about putting a waterbed
through
on
your house,
second floor of
on
a
the
really
second floor.
Old shitty house. Crazy. So they in this college that they're going to, this unnamed college.
It's in like Texas.
I thought I saw like ST. I think it's supposed to be like Southern Texas University or something like that. The baseball players have two houses that they live in off campus, kind of like frat houses. They call them the baseball houses. There's two of them.
I think that there was a line that they were owned by the city and the city donated them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And 8 guys each live in each house. And when Jake arrives, he kind of is having these little meetings with everybody, and they're just like, okay, you're one of the freshmen, you live here now, whatever. Some hazing going on at first. But we meet, the first ones that we meet are Tyler Hoechlin as McReynolds and Ryan Guzman as Roper. And I gotta
Ryan Guzman
say,
is the one with the really thick ass.
yes, the one with the fat ass.
Tyler Hoechlin's guns.
Tyler Hoechlin's
His
body is
arms
slamming
are
in this movie.
Those biceps.
Yeah.
Put me in a chokehold.
His whole body is slamming in this movie, and he's got the Bruce Jenner haircut.
Yeah.
He's got the
Bruce Jenner from
from the 80s.
From the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Village People movie? He's got the can't stop the feeling. Can't stop the music. He's got the can't stop the music haircut. Which is fun. It's fun. It's right. It's period. Mustache. A lot of mustaches in this. And there's something about Tyler Hoechlin's it's about his eyes. He's got a very interesting look.
Yeah.
His face. Very interesting face.
I've been with Tyler Hoechlin for years. I remember him in Road to Perdition.
Oh, yes, he was a little kid in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ryan Guzman as Roper, it also has a wig on. But in all the footage that and it's longer, like a shaggy, long, kind of a little bit of like an Eric Estrada thing happening. Ryan Guzman is half Mexican. His father's Mexican. His mother's white. But he kind of has a little bit of maybe an Eric Estrada haircut.
Sure.
Just a little longer.
Oh, is he the titular boy next door?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He is the boy next door.
Oh, my God.
He was the one with the first edition copy of the Iliad. He was also someone that just kind of hovered into just really breaking out.
Right.
And it didn't quite happen after the boy next door.
Oh, my God. That is him. Neither one of us clocked that at all. What did he say? He's got the best what in town? Cheesecake? I don't remember. He said something like that.
I think he just calls it cheese.
Cheese, the best cheese in town.
I don't know how I feel about referring to your butt as
your ass
cheese.
is cheese. He's got the best dump truck in town.
We'll leave that in 1980.
we'll take dump,
but I do
dump truck.
But I do like that scene to Foreigner's Urgent where they're all getting ready and he's checking out his ass in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see straight guys
great.
do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we meet them right away. We go upstairs. We meet Wyatt Russell as Willoughby, the California. Did someone say California surfer?
It's from San Luis Obispo.
Sure,
it's from wine country.
You can get to the beach very quickly from San Luis.
There were
Obispo.
certain styling choices.
Pismo Beach,
Willoughby, that maybe looked a little too 2010s. I think the hat looked a little too contemporary.
I don't remember what hat he was wearing.
I mean, he had the hipster
Oh, his
hat.
cowboy hat.
His cowboy hat looked a little too 2010s.
I mean, those
hipster.
cowboy hats have been around, but it's just maybe now they've just been appropriated by that stupid. Who are those dumb bands with the hey ho music?
The Lumineers?
Yeah, all that kind of is very Lumineers looking.
You probably really liked that Willoughby had all of the taped episodes of The Twilight Zone.
On Betamax?
I mean, his whole home entertainment
Willoughby
setup
had some money.
Is pretty cool.
He had some coins. He had a reel-to-reel and a Betamax.
Well, we find something out
TV.
later in the movie that would maybe explain some of that, too.
I don't know. Where's he getting all those coins from if he's running this scam? I want to talk about that scam, too. But, all his tapes for The Twilight Zone, which I love.
I mean, we meet Finnegan and Dale.
Okay.
When they're filling up the waterbed.
I love Glenn Powell.
America's sweetheart.
Call me basic.
I love him, too. I mean, early... he's been with Linklater for a number of years.
What else did he do with Richard Linklater?
I think that he made a movie right before this with Richard Linklater, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, Fast Food Nation. I think that he has a bit role in Fast Food Nation. And that was his introduction to the Linklater crew.
Interesting.
And then that movie, The Hitman, last year from Netflix. I think that was a Richard Linklater movie.
What? That's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go from this to... What? What is up with Richard Linklater's career? Crazy. Well, I, for one, cannot wait for The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell, to be released.
Yeah, Richard Linklater did do Hitman.
That's kind of weird, isn't it? Is that weird?
I never saw Hitman.
Is
on
it
Netflix.
weird? I think
it was supposed to be good.
No, the Richard Linklater's doing this kind of fair. Just doesn't seem like his style of movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know. All right, maybe I'm crazy.
Well, what kind of
I'm on Lonely
Well, what
Island.
kind of a style of movie do you think Richard Linklater does?
Just fucking slice of life, nothing happens. Movies.
What about something like School of Rock?
That's comedy that he didn't write.
I kind of see Richard Linklater. I know what you mean about slice of life movie where nothing happens. Before sunrise, sunset, midnight, Boyhood, this movie, Dazed and Confused. Yeah. But then there's kind of some curveballs like Bernie or School of Rock in there. So I think that he might be a little more versatile than you might think he is. Mm-hmm. I think that what Richard Linklater does really well is making movies about Americana, too.
Sure.
Like this.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because Dazed and Confused is like high school experience. But this is very specific, too, to like him and his like era. Well, I guess anybody would make something specific to their
Richard
experience.
Linklater has to be around my parents' age. Okay, yeah, he was born in 1960. So he would have been contemporaries with my mom and dad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, because I was kind of figuring out how old these guys would be if they were freshmen in 1980. You know, if they're like 18, let's say, in 1980.
I kept thinking where my dad would fit in with this friend group. I think my dad would probably be rolling with all these guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if my dad would be singing Rappers Deluxe on the radio with them.
Rappers Delight?
I mean, Rappers Delight. I don't know if my dad would be singing Rappers Delight on the radio with
them. They all knew all the words to Rappers Delight.
I mean, I think that was a big radio song in 1980.
No, I know. And I'm just saying, like, they all knew it. They were all singing along. And, like, two of the guys in the backseat of the car had just met everybody else. But that's what I'm saying of that, like, ease that kind of, like, guys have and I think straight guys have with each other. And, like, sure, we can be friends. Do I know anything about you? No. Do I care to know anything about you? Probably not. But can we sit around and hang out and like shoot the shit and all that stuff? Yeah. Can we play in a team together? Yeah. Do I know that like
Mick Reynolds saying, I really hate pitchers, so we won't be getting very close.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's also intimidation, hazing tactic. But it's like, I don't know. Do I know like deep shit about you that like you have like a fucking sibling that died or that like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you like your parents like won the lottery or like you know, you were put in prison as a child. Like, nope, I never knew that about you, but we've been friends for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, because of that one time where I got in the car with you and we all rapped every lyric to, you know, rappers like. So it's that kind of weird. It's not weirdness. It's an ease that these guys have, and
I think stuff like that probably is really hard to write. It's all about the casting of the groups of actors that you pair together in scenes like that.
So I think
I do want to talk about Jake's roommate.
Sure. Okay. But I want to say like Glenn Powell as Finnegan, Walt Finnegan, and they call him Finn. But I'm like, that's so fucking writery.
So you think
nobody in 1980 was called Finn.
So you don't think that any guys were named Finnegan at that time?
No, I think guys were named Finnegan, but I don't think that they called them Finn. I think he was Walt. If his name was Walt Finnegan, those guys called him Walt.
Walter Wally.
They called him Walt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. They didn't call him Finn. No, that was not a thing. That's a screenwriter thing. No. And even Mr. Richard Linklater, like, that song didn't come out in that year, and people didn't high five until, you know, so-and-so did it at a Padres game in 1979.
He was talking about them telling him not to fist bump.
Right.
Because guys wouldn't have fist bumped in the early 80s.
Absolutely not a thing. Yeah. But, like, yeah. And, like, the whole invention of the high five and all that was at a baseball game or whatever. But I
Is that true?
Yes.
In, like, the late 80s?
No, the late 70s.
Late 70s, okay.
Like, I'm sure someone had high-fived someone before that, but I think it was, like, really the first time people, like, ever saw, like, a high five.
I think I missed that in the I Love the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like watching in the 70s. Too old.
I love watching I Love the 70s.
I like the 80s one's better.
70s is a weird fucking decade. I love it.
It's a fucking weird decade. But Finn, Walt, I don't know, he's the kind of like, he's philosophical, but he's also like pragmatic. He kind of sees every guy for who they are because they all kind of have a thing, right? Like, Tyler Hoechlin as McReynolds is really intense, right? But he's got the shit to back it up. He's really intense.
He's not like the other guy who's more of a weirdo.
Right.
I can't remember his name.
That guy
He's the guy that lives next door.
He lives in the second house. He's really intense, but everybody's like, fuck that guy. Because, like, he can't back it
just
up.
kind of,
like,
he just kind of can't hang.
and he
too.
just talks a lot of shit. And he's just like, my pitch is 95 miles an hour. And they're like, well, we ain't seen it yet. But Tyler Hoechlin, McReynolds, is out there with the axe chopping baseballs in half. Mm-hmm. Right? And then there's like the boy next door, Guzman Roper, who's like kind of like the pretty boy. He's like fancies himself the ladies' man, you know. He's driving the car. He's the one like trying to pick up all the girls, all that stuff. What's his name? Blondie.
Nez?
Blondie. No, Twilight Zone. Wyatt Russell.
Yeah.
Wyatt Russell is like, you know, he's like the stoner. He's from California. He's blonde. He's like the space case.
Do you want to go get high in his room and talk about the meaning of life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Finn is very much like, yes, he's a philosophizer, but he's very like, he kind of sees people, you know, he's a pragmatic one. He's like,
sure,
what the fuck, bitch, this isn't going to go anywhere. I'm going to do this now and I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here. But you know what? I'm probably not going to go pro. Mm-hmm. Probably neither are half the guys here. Nez
is kind of the weirdo.
Nez is a little bit of a loose cannon.
I knew this guy
yeah.
in college and high school.
When he's fun and when it's great, it's great. And then when he's not fun, you're just like, God damn it.
Get him the fuck out of here.
One. Yeah, just leave. Yeah.
I like that Nez's little character quirk is making these terrible bets that he's not really thinking about. And there's scenes where Glenn Powell is like, why would you make a money bet on that?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take that.
This is a terrible bet. I will take it.
Because you're going to lose it.
Yeah. Yeah. Buter.
We are introduced to Buter and his whitey tighties.
Yes, we are.
Here's the thing about this movie is that it's so male gazy.
Right.
That we are introduced to Buter, his roommate. I can't even remember what his real name is.
Billy Autry.
Billy. That they give him this Buter name just to like...
Because he's got an accent.
Just to piss him off.
They're all in Texas.
Because they
wanted, in Texas, but Buter has like...
They wanted something a little more... They wanted a country act like nickname for him. That's shit that my dad would do.
I forgot what the last name was, but it was real country. Mm-hmm. It was real hillbilly.
My dad has a name for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's shit that my dad would have done.
Yeah.
But yeah, introduced talking to his girlfriend on the landline phone. This is going to be the motherfucker taking up all of the phone calls in the house that no one can make a phone call.
Yeah.
Because Buter is talking to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who lives like 200 miles away.
Yeah. And, so when we first... He is actually sharing the bedroom with Jake. So they're like literal roommates. So he goes into the room. Buter's on the phone, sitting down in tidy whities. And he gets up and you're like, oh, all right. Most of these guys have pretty hot bods.
There's some shots.
And there's short shorts, tank tops.
There's some shots of
lots of good
Tyler
stuff.
Hoechlin of when he's sitting down that you're like, oh my gosh, there's not a lot to be... There's... Like, you are getting the full view.
Well, yeah.
Of Tyler
and the thing is,
shorts.
those shorts that they were wearing were so damn tight that it's like there's no like, oh, you can see up their leg. No, you can't because they're like bicycle shorts.
I'm sure there is a ball somewhere to be found in this movie of all of these shorty short scenes.
It looks almost like Willoughby is wearing. What are those corduroy short shorts that you have? The black ones. You had your bell bottoms were from them.
Yeah. I can't think of
Yeah,
the clothing
that brand
off the top of my head.
They make like 70s inspired.
I want to say
like,
Chubbies, but that's
no,
not
it's not Chubbies. Yeah. Yeah, they make like 70s inspired like clothes, and they have like these really cool shorts that are like short shorts, and they're corduroy, a thick whale corduroy, and then you got some bell bottoms from them. Hammies, yeah. Willoughby looks like his black short shorts that he's wearing most of the time. They look like hammies because of the pocket. But hammies are made to look like 70s.
There's a lot of stuff with
clothes.
This character that you can kind of tell that Buter is kind of going through it, of that he was the top dog on his baseball team in a small town.
Well, yeah.
But now he's with all of these college guys that are better than him.
Well, it kind of seems like they all at some point are making that realization that at their high school they were the best, and then now in this college they're just part of the team, you know. And there's it's an entire team full of best players in their high school. So yeah, it's interesting that they all kind of have this common thing that they're going for, and it's not just like, I'm going to college and you're my weirdo roommate. And we don't even really have to talk at all.
Yeah.
You know, we just got paired up together based on whatever system they have.
But then,
these guys are there. They're on
like,
a team.
But then Buter like cockblocks him when he wants to use the room.
Yeah, Buter's being weird about that. I don't get that part.
I think that was just some marking his territory.
I guess. Yeah, it's just being a dick for no reason. But probably just because they're all dick to him most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Calling him Buter. But yeah, it's okay. The other thing, one thing that I kind of get from this movie is going out in a big group of guys and just like, all right, we're going out. Like, we're going to go out. We're going to go dance at the club. Mm-hmm. And it's just a bunch of dudes. And
I mean, you have more experience of that than I do.
Yeah. And it's fun. And, you know, you go...
Rolling up to the club with all the guys.
It's hard. In LA, it's hard. You can't just roll up to the club with a bunch of guys. Because if you go to, like, a regular club, like a regular, like, we're going to dance to hip-hop music at the club, they're not letting you in.
Sure.
They're not letting in 5 dudes. No.
Or
you're going to have ladies with you.
They're going to let you in. You just have to go stand in the giant line, and you'll be in an hour later.
Yeah.
And you'll be paying a $30 cover charge per person.
Yeah. No, we didn't go to those kind of clubs. We went to, like, the stupid, wishy-washy, whiny baby hipster clubs so they let anybody in. There weren't even clubs, really. There were bars, but we'd all go together.
Well,
you know?
Before we get to talking about the clubs, I do quickly want to mention about the character that Temple Baker plays. He is Plumber. He is the one with the scratchy voice.
Oh, yes.
I love this actor's scratchy voice.
I do, too.
Mm-hmm.
I do, too.
I think it's so endearing.
Yeah.
And he kind of has this stocky, short build, which I love.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely.
I love a stocky,
He's
short
like
king.
a thick dude. Yeah, yeah. I love that about him. Yeah, I was kind of all about Plumber as well. Tyrone,
a muscly short guy.
And
I love
like
it.
this white dude whose name is Tyrone. Like, they were born in like the early '60s. Like, who knows where? Maybe in Texas, maybe somewhere else he was born.
Oh, IMDb
and his name's Tyrone.
IMDb is listing them as their last name. I need to go to Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Where they list their full names. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah. And he says it at the beginning. He says his name's Tyrone.
I don't think this actor went on to do anything else.
Tyrone?
I think this is his only thing that
he has nothing on Wikipedia. Yeah, quite a few of them.
I like that when you watch the interviews on the digital copy that we had, he's like, yeah, my mom told me to watch Urban Cowboy. I only made it about 15 minutes in. Just in that raspy voice.
I only got about 20 minutes in. Yeah. It's kind of bordering on Steve-O, but a little cuter. Yeah, who else was I? Oh, the one guy who was the other freshman who had like the longer curly blonde hair and the mustache that they were talking shit about. He's the one that did the jockstrap.
Yeah.
At the end.
Mm-hmm.
He had a fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God.
He's got
thick legs and a fat ass.
A muscly short guy.
He was tall. He wasn't that short, but he was like a thicker framed dude. I looked up his social media, and he's very churchy. Oh. Very churchy these days.
Yeah.
But you know what? there was a weird line in there. There was a weird, like, Jesus line. And he said something, and I was like, oh, he seemed like he's churchy in this movie. Maybe he would, like...
Maybe they just kind of put it into the
wanted
character.
to say that, yeah. Because somebody said something about Jesus, and he's like, they don't know shit. I was like, oh, what?
Oh, it was about when they were talking about how there's no actual proof
that Jesus existed
in college. Yeah.
And he got mad.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That was weird. But I thought it was kind of cute, so I looked him up. And I was like, churchy.
This is Texas, though.
No, yeah. I'm
this is
sure.
Texas.
No, this is
Yep.
Texas 1980, whatever. Like, those are the characters. But I was like, interesting that this actor. Okay. But yeah, a couple of them are not really doing a lot.
We should also mention the one black guy. His name is Dale.
Yes. Yes. Dale. And Dale's just, he's there. He's on the team. He's kicking ass.
He puts a lot of them in their place about their position coming in as freshmen, which I like.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're on a team now. You have to, like, make this shit work.
I do want to talk about the introduction of Beverly.
Played
by Zoe Deutsch.
Zoe Deutsch. Yes.
I really like her little meet cute of what she says.
I like the quiet guy in the middle.
I like the quiet guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, Finn, you're up. Oh, I can't do any worse. Here we go. Take notes, boys.
Excuse me, ladies. I couldn't help but notice you ladies being hassled by that asshole in the car back there. It's a shame. Some guys are just so aggressive. Myself, I'm a firm supporter of the ERA, although I doubt it's going to have an immediate impact on the societal norm of the male gender initiating virtually all contact with prospective females, which might seem predatory on the surface, but I assure you that...
Trust me. You should be investing this energy elsewhere.
Well, now you just plain hurt our feelings. Do you also hate guys that are athletic, intelligent, sometimes endearingly clumsy, or is that just her?
Hey, did you mention hunk?
I didn't mention hunk, Dale, not yet.
Okay. Y'all want to know the truth?
Always. They'll set you free.
I like the quiet guy in the back seat. In the middle.
Oh, there's nothing here.
I like that.
So, okay. Zoe Deutsch, daughter of Leah Thompson and Howard Deutsch, film director. Leah met Howard, I would imagine, on the set of Some Kind of Wonderful. I want to say he's like 20 years older than her, but I don't know. What do I know?
And he did Pretty in Pink, correct?
Yes.
And Leah's not in that. She's definitely in Some Kind of Wonderful.
She's in Some Kind of Wonderful. Yeah. And he directed something else that she was in. Anyway.
Does he have a number of years on her?
Yes. I believe he does. At any rate, they got married. They have a daughter. The daughter's Zoe Deutsch. She grows up. She's an actress. And for the longest time, I was like, yeah, I don't really see too much of a resemblance between her and her mom.
I
oh
can
my
see
God.
it
In
last
this
night.
movie, I was like, holy shit.
I think it's because we just watched...
Her eyes are smaller.
Yeah.
Her eyes are smaller, but if you went in Photoshop and just bumped up her eyes by like 10%,
yeah,
it's Leah Thompson.
I can see it in the forehead.
Like, damn.
I know that sounds really weird.
No, Leah
and
Thompson's
I think
got
it was
a very
because
specific
we're just
forehead.
watching The Wildlife, and probably Leah is roughly probably around the same age as Zoe is
in this movie
when she made The Wildlife.
Yeah,
and that's when I could kind of see that era of Leah. I could see it in Zoe.
Yeah.
Like when she's like
Jaws 3.
Just how she shot from the inside of the car, I'm like, oh, there's Leah.
Yeah.
She's right there.
Yeah. Certain expressions,
It's,
the way
it's kind of like Patrick Schwarzenegger. Is that at first you don't think that you see it?
Yes.
And then there's certain shots of him in the White Lotus that you're like, oh, that is Arnold.
A face they'll make.
That is Arnold from T1.
Or an angle of their face that you see the planes of their face in a different way. That you're like, oh, now I see it all put together.
She probably has her dad's eyes.
You're right.
I would guess.
Right. Yeah. And Wyatt in this movie, we know that Wyatt looks like Kurt, right? But there were certain lines that he said that I was like, oh, that sounded like Kurt. That was Kurt.
This is why maybe Nepo babies are kind of fun. Why I like it is that it's just like an immediate connection, especially when you have actors like Zoe, Patrick, Wyatt, or even somebody like Maya Hawke, where I'm just like,
yes,
that is Uma from the 90s.
I love Maya Hawke.
Me too.
I think that she is just charming and adorable, and I love the fact that you look at Maya Hawke and sometimes you see Ethan, sometimes you see Uma.
She
you
has her
always
dad's
hear
eyes.
Uma.
But you always hear Uma.
She sounds exactly. She could, today just like frickin', I don't know, do some voiceover shit and just be Uma Thurman. It's crazy. But yeah, I like that stuff, especially because we have like such strong, we love both of them as actors. So it's great to see her, and she's good.
Yeah.
She
has the talent to back it up.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, if it doesn't work for you as an actor, like Sofia Coppola, maybe you go and you fucking make some cool movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there's some stock in the whole like, well, if I wasn't any good, then I wouldn't be.
I think that there's a
roles.
Thompson daughter that's a director too.
Oh, okay.
Because she has a few daughters.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Let's see. Howard Deutsch was born in 1950, and Leah was born in 1961. I mean, 11 years. Not too bad. Not too crazy. Man, Leah Thompson, 64. Yeah, Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline is her sister, and I think that she has directed some stuff. Or at least has written.
Yeah. And I mean, not that it's any of our business, but Leah Thompson and Howard Deutsch are still married.
Yeah.
And they've been together since 1989.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Good for them. We love Leah Thompson. I don't know, she just seems like a cool lady.
I mean, I love Leah Thompson's social media because she is a loudmouth liberal.
Oh, good.
On social media. So we do not have to worry about canceling Leah Thompson.
Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting in this movie that we meet the girls early on because it's like the interesting thing about this too is that there's this little bit of a ticking clock.
Sure.
We get this super at some points of like school is starting in 2 days and 20 hours.
The movie,
class
the movie
started.
takes place between August 28th and September 1st.
Yeah. Which just passed.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this little bit of ticking clock as to when class is starting. So, like, Jake rolls up to the house, meets everybody, and they're like, come on, let's go. We're just going to go have some beers, meet the guys. They're all out at the whatever student.
It's that bar with the fox.
Yeah.
Like the Foxy.
And it was just called Foxy or
Foxy Tavern, I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so this apartment building or student housing or whatever.
Zoe's student housing was interesting. I've seen my fair share of university student housing. Never seen anything quite like this.
It kind of looks hotelish, but it kind of looks like not a hotel.
Sure. One of the things that I think that this script gets really right about the college experience is when they're walking down the road and the Jenner guy sees somebody from his old baseball team.
Right.
In this shitty house drinking beers.
Yeah. This fucking disgusting house.
This disgusting house.
It's like all the punks live there.
All the punks live there.
Yeah.
And one of his old teammates, who was probably kicked off the team at some point for drugs, but they go in there and have a few.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that has happened to me. Of just walking down the street and you see somebody that you knew from high school and you haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
Or since you left high school.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're in their shitty apartment having drinks. Yeah. I have been there.
Yeah, totally. See, I also really liked that bit too, that aspect of, and it's in the trailer, that, I mean, this is 1980. This is pushing it. And these guys are like macho, sports, baseball, thick-ass dudes. And they're like, let's go to the disco.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the disco
It was
club.
still cool at the time.
And they danced.
Yeah.
I did think that Jake danced a little too good.
Sure.
I was like, why is he? He's a good dancer.
This is the winner.
And then you said,
this is the winner of the Glee project.
The Glee project, darling. He can cut a rug. He was out there bucking across that fucking disco floor. I was like, he's dancing too. He like did a split. I was like, girl. But yeah, it's that thing where they're together. They're with each other. So they're not like showing off for other guys. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, they feel safe enough to be like, yeah, we're going to go to the disco because there's fucking girls at the disco. Like, let's go there. They get in for free. They don't have to pay the cover. You know, they just walk right in. The bouncers know them. The security knows them. The bartender that looks like Cheech knows them. You know, and so they go and they dance and they have fun and they have a good time. And some of them are dressed more disco-y than others. I feel like Finn was kind of just didn't always kind of dress the same most of the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? The guys like Roper and them and Jake would like get a little bit more dressed up, and Finn was just like, I'm just going to wear a nice shirt and some jeans.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's kind of also Jake, too.
Yeah.
Jake kind of has the traditional polyester shirt.
That's what I'm saying. It was a little bit more disco-y.
Yeah.
But then that thing of just like when they get kicked out of the disco, they go to the shit kickers or whatever. And there's a country bar.
They go to the honky tonk and
so we're going to go to the country bar. We're going to line because there's girls there and there's no cover and like, you know, whatever. And we can.
I mentioned to you as we were watching it. This is the time of Urban Cowboy.
Yeah,
was huge.
So
this would have been like the thing to do.
And
and especially when you're in Texas too.
Urban Cowboy is Travolta and Dolly.
No, it's Deborah Winger.
Deborah Winger.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen.
Oh, Dolly was.
I haven't seen
Rhinestone Cowboy with Stallone.
Rhinestone. I think it's just called Rhinestone.
It's just called Rhinestone, and that's Stallone and Dolly.
Yeah, it's Stallone and Dolly.
Oh boy,
I haven't seen Urban Cowboy in years.
I've never seen it.
I remember watching Urban Cowboy with my dad and him just being like, "This movie's so fucking bad.
This is so stupid." Yeah. But you know, it's Travolta. It's like he was Saturday Night Fever, and now he's the fucking Urban Cowboy. Like
I would assume
whatever
that
he does,
all of the guys went home and changed again.
Yeah, I look
and,
like
and grabbed their cowboy hat.
I think they made a quick line of like, let's just go change.
Yeah,
and then they're at the punk bar. You know, are you nervous about the duck feet? Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the duck feet. I saw the duck feet and I was like, what does he have on his neck? What is that? And then Glenn Powell said duck feet. And I was like, oh, they are duck feet.
Oh, actual duck feet
They were
around his neck?
actual duck feet on a necklace. There were little flippers.
Oh, okay.
And he was wearing them and I was like, what is that? They're like a bat wing, like bow tie. And Glenn Powell said, you nervous about the duck feet? I'm kind of nervous about the duck feet. But it's that thing too, you know, you're finding yourself and what, you know, what kind of crowd you're.
I mean, I think it's cool that this town has
all that shit.
A disco,
yeah,
a country bar,
yeah,
and a punk bar. Maybe it's I mean, it kind of looks like a proper punk bar.
It looks like a proper punk bar, yeah.
A Texas punk bar. I love that.
I would say that maybe this town is close enough to Austin. I don't know where now.
Do you remember going out in Dallas? Mm-hmm. And it was kind of very similar in Dallas when you went down that street. It was kind of all
that was everything.
They kind of had everything in Texas.
Yeah.
And we went into a Hot Topic themed
the Hot
bar.
Topic bar.
Complete with the T-shirt wall.
Was everything.
That shit would kill if it was in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would be there in a second. We're watching King of the Hill right now. And
we're starting King of the Hill from the beginning.
We sure are.
Because I really haven't watched King of the Hill.
Which is crazy because it's your life. But there's speculation that Arlen, Texas is kind of a stand-in for Austin. And I know Dazed and Confused was actually, is it set in Austin?
No.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's a small town.
Okay. But it's shot there.
I mean, probably. I don't know.
Well, at any rate, this movie, this Hollywood version of Texas is very charming in this, and I enjoyed their different little escapades at the different bars that they went to and all that. But I kind of like that they kind of didn't have any shame about like, we're gonna fucking disco. We're gonna wear like tight ass pants and like fucking disco shirts, and it wasn't like, oh, you fags want to go to like disco dancing.
There was no lingering disco sucks attitude,
right?
Which would have been around the time, that this movie is set.
Yeah, by 80, yeah.
Like I don't know when that happened at the baseball stadium with the radio station.
Right. We'll have to look that one up, but yeah, that's. Was it in this that we were watching that Heart of Glass started playing, and the Heart of Glass by Blondie started playing, and the subtitles said disco music plays.
I mean, I think
They're playing pinball. Where were they playing? Was that this movie? They're playing pinball?
maybe it was. I think that was with the Kiss pinball machine.
Yeah.
I think that was at the bar.
Okay. And Heart of Glass was playing. And the subtitle said disco music
I mean,
plays.
I'm sure that Heart of Glass was played at 54. Okay, Disco Demolition Night was summer of 79.
Heart of Glass was released January of 79.
Okay.
Yeah. So by 1980, I mean, maybe this is the thing that this is a little bit of a smaller town. It's not L.A. or New York or Chicago. So they weren't like Disco Sucks yet. There were still kids going to the discotheque. Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a little bit of that. I mean, at least with my friends of when we would go to bar. And I mean, this was like my straight guy friends, and we would go to like straight places. And I wasn't not in the closet or anything, but I was just going along with them because I just like to hang out with my friends and wanted to go, wherever we went. So majority rules, we would go out to the club. And yeah, I don't think there was any kind of like, we didn't have any lingering like self-consciousness about like we're all going without any girls, and if somebody did meet somebody, whatever, that was great, they did, and if not, then we just hung out and maybe went to Tommy's after and whatever. But I feel like there was a little bit of safety and like,
sure,
we're just gonna go and hang out,
go out and have fun,
see what happens, because most of the time they were just talking to each other, in the bar.
God, I mean, these kids are lucky that they could drink.
That's crazy.
In the early 80s. My mom would always rub that in my face when I was in high school of that, well, I could drink when I was 18, and I was one of the last generations of kids that could drink at 18. I'm like, well.
I always think about those poor slobs who were like, you're 18, sweet, you can drink. I'm 19, great. And then they're like, oh, guess what? We're changing it to 21.
We're raising
and now you're 20, and you're like, well, I can't drink anymore.
I tried to do a Wikipedia search about
for a year
the drinking ages of states.
Yeah.
And like when it was 18, I couldn't really find it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was vary state by state.
I think that it was sometime in the early 80s where it was put to 21.
Well, that 70s show, they're all... It's 18 in that, and then in this, I think they mentioned that it's 19. I think they say it in this movie.
Yeah.
So maybe it's state by state. In Texas, it was 19,
we're kind of finishing up our Freaks and Geek.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's a rewatch. You have never seen it. Freaks and Geeks is set in 1980.
I never finished it. It's set in 1980?
It's set in 1980.
Same
so,
year.
like, same time period.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where's Freaks and Geeks set?
I think it's supposed to be in Michigan.
Michigan, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because they talk about...
On account of all the snow.
I think that, there's no snow in that show. And I think that when they talk about going to... when they go to the Who, I think that it might be in Detroit.
Yeah.
It might be a suburb out of Detroit. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I might be pulling that out of my ass.
No, that sounds right. Mm-hmm. That sounds right. Yeah, interesting because, and it's always very interesting too, like... that like year, like 1980, 1990, the year 2000, it's practically the previous decade.
Sure.
Like
you still have one cowboy boot stuck in 1979.
1980 is barely the 80s. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's actually true because like with the whole like millennium thing, the year 2000 is the last year of the 90s. It
was technically 2001.
Yeah, because there is no year 0, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going up to 10. So the year 10 is still the first, and still within that decade, right? So the year 1980 is the last year of the 70s? Kind of. But at any rate, with fashion and with all that stuff, it's a transitional time, and... the 70s were so crazy because it's like, we talk about this sometimes. It's like, you can kind of pinpoint eras based on how people look. And it's like, it's one thing to be like, oh, that's very like early 2000s style. Sure. But it's fucking nothing like the stark difference between the 70s and like I always think of decade.
I think that when you look at stuff like that, music is always a good measurement of the changing of the decade. When you look at the rock music of the early 80s, which was Van Halen, and then in the late 80s, you would have got bands like Pearl Jam,
like fucking the Pixies.
And the Pixies.
Yeah, yeah.
Was Pearl Jam recording in '89?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think the big album came out in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
Lush? No, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, so it's crazy the passage of time and all that, but the 70s is so wild in that it was like so specific looking, and we're going away from it slowly and into the 80s, but a lot of these guys have very 70s look. But, you know, talking about how, like, homoerotic this is, I think it's just because something happened in the late 80s where men just covered up.
Sure. They quit wearing...
And we're barely going back to it.
They quit wearing the 4 to 5 inch...
Inseam. Yeah.
Baggy
Shorts.
jeans.
What, they started wearing baggy jeans?
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped wearing shorts with a 4-inch inseam. Basketball shorts went from Larry Bird, you know, and Michael Jordan, like mid-thigh, right? Like literal basketball shorts. If you watched in the early mid-'80s, they had mid-thigh shorts on, right? And then basketball shorts went to like below the knee, right? Hip-hop culture comes in. Like big baggy pants, baggy shorts, you know, shorts are going super low. T-shirts are being really, really big, baggy. You know, crop tops, midriffs on guys, gone. Short shorts on guys, gone.
You get Tyler in a really cute jersey crop top in this movie.
Yeah.
I think Tyler wears all the good slutty clothes.
Yeah, he wears like the most sluttiest. Yeah, so it's interesting to see this movie and to like have them all together in these outfits, and when you see them in their like rehearsals for like dance and movement and all that, and rehearsals for the baseball, they're all just in contemporary modern clothes, just like in big ass baggy ass shorts. And you're just like, just wear your wardrobe. You look better in it. You got the body.
The actor whose Buter mentions that he kind of wishes that fashion would go back to that. Like wearing shorty shorts is kind of nice, but I do feel like fashion for straight men is catching on to the short shorts.
Yeah.
Kind of 70s cool guy image again.
Yeah.
I think I think that they're kind of catching on to it again.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And brands like Chubbies are really, really leaning into it with their, like, they understand they have a big queer following and, like, customer base, but I think they're leaning into, like, straight guys, too, you know? So that's good. But, yeah, I think this movie is just worth the watch for the wardrobe.
You mentioned something about that there's no... there's no real conflict in this movie, but I do think it's interesting about the one little friction with them. Yeah. Would you say it's the scene where they're talking about the scout? That is when they're the baseball scene that lasts like 25 minutes, and they're talking about the scout that's in disguise, that's painting the house. And the guy, like, Jake is talking with
like when Jake
the
says
other freshman
of
that it's not true, and Glenn Powell, the Finn character, gets really mad.
But
he gets a little pissed.
I took it as like he was still joking, though.
I don't know. I think that Finn doesn't like Jake trying to sort of shatter the gag.
Sure.
Like the illusion a little bit. I think it's interesting that that's kind of the only bit of character friction that you get really in the entire movie.
Well, yeah, there's no villain, there's no conflict, there's no like, if you don't do this, you're not going to make the team. There's 2 days. There's no time for that. There's no, you're going to get kicked off the team if you don't do this.
Or even just a bullshit screenwritery. They're just going to make up a baseball game that another team is coming to play. A crosstown rivals situation.
Is the interesting little bit with Willoughby.
Oh, sure. I want to talk about that.
And Willoughby getting kicked off the team and kicked out of school. And
gets called in from practice.
So the thing about
Yeah.
the practice that they're going to, we're told at the beginning that it is a voluntary, like not even a practice. Like this isn't supposed to be
The coach can't
an
even be
official
there.
practice, and because it's not an official practice, the coach is not supposed to be there. But then Tyler Hoechlin says, "Bitch." He says it's voluntary, but the shit is mandatory. Like if you don't go to this, then you can kind of fuck off. So they all go, whatever. And the coach shows up, and he shows up, calls out Willoughby, and says, like, come over here. And Willoughby's like, all right, I guess the jig is up. Congratulations, Raja.
And I think that we're just supposed to assume, like the rest of the team, that's probably drugs.
Right.
Because they give them
All that weed in
they
his
give them
room.
all these bullshit rules of that they're not supposed to have
Alcohol
alcohol in the
or
house.
girls.
Can't be in any of the bedrooms. And of course, they break that in the very next scene.
Right.
So you kind of assume maybe
They do have the designated fuck room downstairs.
the designated fuck room. Who's in the designated fuck room? Is it
Glenn
Glenn
Powell, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fornication under consent of the king. That's not what fuck stands for. Doesn't stand for anything. Like, what girls are like, oh, the fornication under consent of the king room? Let's go in there.
I mean, if it's Glenn Powell leading you in there.
Yeah, if old Walt Finnegan's leading you in there, you're going to follow. But yeah, when they're later on, they're all at the wigwam.
You had to
burgers.
You had to rewind and pause the Wigwam Cafe and get a load of all of the little attention to detail of the production design.
All of the posters for Legends of the Waxfar Woman.
Not Legends of the Waxfar Woman.
Do you remember us Googling Legends of the Waxfar Woman trying to figure out?
Okay, so that is season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race, that when Raja comes out in the full Native American headdress, which is something that they could never do now.
Raja
Like, this is like...
Not even
why,
Raja.
This is why the early seasons kind of rock. Is
Not
that
even Indonesian Raja.
Nobody cared about any of that
Yeah.
in the early seasons.
But you know what, though? She looks fucking so good.
She looks pretty fucking
looks
fierce.
so good.
And Rue tells Michelle, or like Rue's just doing like the runway commentary, Legend of the Waxfar Woman.
Waxfar Woman.
And I think it would have been a number of years until we figured
oh no,
out.
we never thought.
What
about is Rue talking about?
What is Rue talking about it?
Yeah.
And you Googled it one afternoon, and we found this made-for-TV movie with Raquel Welch.
Yeah. So, but there is a poster in the background at the wigwam that looks very Legend of the Waxfar Woman, and but at any rate, this is where scratchy voice Magoo, but Plummer is telling the story of Willoughby getting expelled because he's 30. He's fucking 30.
He's fucking 30, man.
But also, this is secondhand information, probably third hand by now. Is he 30?
Is he 27?
Is he
I don't
20,
know.
You know, he's 25. But also, it's college. Can you not go to college when you're 30? Maybe you can't play on the sports team.
Yeah, I don't know how stuff like that works.
It's college. I can go to college.
But you can't play baseball for a college
Can't
team,
I?
can you?
Can't I?
I don't know. That sounds like it should be like a
That's a challenge.
like a 90s comedy.
That is a challenge, and I am up for it. It's a very Lisa Simpson. Of course you can play. Oh, well. Never mind. I would think maybe it's a thing that you couldn't play on the sports teams.
So I think it was just a big thing that he was doing this from college to college.
Yeah.
Is just transferring, lying about his age, and just still transferring to play ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like, yeah, I don't know. That seems difficult. As far as, like, faking, like, what high school you went to and, like, you're like, I played there. Like, why would they take you on the team? Mm-hmm. Wyatt Russell, when he was in his baseball pants, baseball uniform pants.
Very white, tight pants.
His were black.
His were black?
I think they were black.
Oh.
Could be wrong. But that's the thing
I
about
thought they were like a cream color.
baseball uniform pants really show off your ass. Like,
sure. Baseball
uniform pants are very, like, ass, like, on display. there's a lot of that in this movie.
They're going to be hugging your cheeks.
Very interesting baseball because, like, in the late 70s and the 80s, you could just have kind of like husky dudes playing, like, being pro baseball players. Not now, boy. You watch baseball now, and these motherfuckers are like, damn.
They're all young.
They're
too.
all, yeah.
When they call, like,
I mean, Kike's an old man now.
Yeah, like
those other guys.
A
You're
lot
like
of those new Dodgers are like 19, 20 years old.
I know. You're like, what?
If I was a young dad,
What?
I could possibly be their dad.
2000 what? You were born in who? Wait a minute here. But, you know, yeah, a lot of those guys don't, you know, they don't have bodies like those old ones, those like fucking Fernando Valenzuela looking motherfuckers from the 70s that look like your Theo.
Just look like your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. Now they look like, all right. They look like your uncle.
Other things that make me a little nostalgic when watching this movie, especially when I went to college, is going to the river. We used to do that a lot. Not quite like a river like this.
Right.
We used to go float like the Madison or the Jefferson or something. Or the Blackfoot.
Okay.
And it was, I mean, you're just like hanging out in an inner tube.
Yeah.
I mean, these boys are stripping down their jock straps and jumping in.
They had bathing suits, but I think one of them was like,
and they're just coming.
I'm gonna do the rope in my jock,
and they're just coming from baseball practice too.
Yeah, yeah. So, couple of jock strap scenes, couple of bare asses.
I like the
not mad.
I like the really weird guy that lives next door.
Oh, and he got down in his Speedo.
When he got down in his Speedo, and you think that he's gonna do the swan dive,
yeah,
he just jumps in.
He just jumps
in.
All that,
and
he
just jumps in.
Oh my god, yeah, that was funny.
I remember in college going to the river and jumping off cliffs like that.
Oof.
I don't think I could do that now. When I was 22 years old, I had no problem doing it.
Yeah. No, but now it's like no, that shit, there, something happens in your old age where you're just like, oh.
You're like, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I'm looking at pictures from like a premiere. They all look so modern. They all look so modern, out of place.
Looking
was
through
this one on The Walking Dead?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Looking through my notes. Not our buddy Glenn smoking
a pipe
and reading Jack Kerouac.
I mean, but that's the thing. In the late 70s, I feel like you could just smoke a pipe.
Sure. Now we think it's like...
Yeah, I think you could get
up his
away
own
with
ass
just smoking
if
a
he's
pipe.
smoking a pipe like that.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a good look of the vinyls that Jake had. I think that he had cool music.
He had
I
Devo.
think I saw a Devo album there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you like the dating game? The Alice in Wonderland dating game? I thought it was cute.
Yeah, yeah. Is the Queen of Hearts a dude?
Yeah, being blown away seeing a guy in drag, especially for 1980.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to get some screenshots from the movie because the photos on. Okay, I think there's some okay ones. All right, we'll have to go through.
Glenn
this.
Powell's Brady Bunch.
His Brady Bunch dashiki.
There, we had just watched a Michael Kors supercut of him on Project Runway.
It's like a Brady Bunch dashiki. Yeah, loved it. Loves it.
But yeah, there's not a lot of adult figures in this movie besides the coach.
Yeah, who's there like
the rules, which I love. Which is very when you're 19 years old and you're turned loose in college, you don't really answer to anybody.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy when you're that age, and that's what makes the first week of college so exciting. I had a fucking blast my first week of college.
Yeah, I mean, sounds crazy. Just Jay Niles, Justin Street. He's the one that talked a lot of shit but like was just kind of a weirdo. He does not have a link on his Wikipedia. So I have to see what his IMDb has to say for him. So I'm trying to find more stuff from that guy. Deepwater Horizon. Yeah, nothing.
I mean, Tyler Hoechlin's had a pretty prolific filmography.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is Superman.
Yeah, he sure is. And people really like that show.
Billy loves Superman and Lois.
I watched half of season 1. I really liked it. I can finish it. I could keep going.
Yeah.
Because I
think that
enjoyed
he
it.
ended up leaving Teen Wolf to do this show.
Oh.
Like to do this movie.
Oh.
I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, any last thoughts about everyone wants
Everybody
some?
wants some.
I always want to say everyone wants some.
Everybody
wants some.
So the interesting thing is that there's this ticking clock in the movie to when class starts. And Jake and Zoe, Beverly, you know, they meet at the party finally. They finally hang, you know, they have a little hangout, which is cute.
She gets to, like,
kind of interviews him, but they do the party, which is great. And then they go to the river, spend all night there. They go back to her place, go straight to class the next morning as class starts. Jake walks into class. Scratchy voice Steve-O, plumber, is already sitting there in class. Their first class is history. Teacher walks in, writes something on the chalkboard. They both fall asleep and the movie ends.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I mean, how else would you want the movie?
I don't know. Don't even follow him into class. Like, why are we in the class?
I think it's kind of a cute ending. I don't mind it.
Yeah. They just fall asleep. Because they kind of talk a little bit in the movie about, like, you barely have to pass anything to stay on the team.
What am I actually going to do? Like, what is my... Well, there's kind of a discussion of how maybe playing on the baseball team is your way out of these conversations with girls of what
picking
is
your major.
major. Of that you can just say, I play on the baseball team.
Yeah.
And that's good enough.
Sure. I don't know if Beverly would think that was good enough.
I like the character of Beverly. She seems pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He didn't just say he's on the baseball team. He had all this other shit about the investigative journalism, and he had quotes, and he had this, and he had that. He had something more to him than, say, if Plummer wanted to go out for her.
Yeah.
Or even the other guys.
He's not quite a dummy.
Nesbitt, or, you know, whoever. Like, if any of these other guys went for her, anybody but maybe Walt. Maybe Finn could get her.
I think Glenn Powell could have got her.
Because he's smart, right? Mm-hmm. But, like, I think the other guys, she'd be like, great, you play baseball, have fun. Like,
do you know what I thought was interesting about this movie? Especially being set...
Or the black guy could have got her.
Especially being set in 1980. Is that there's not a lot of F-slurs in this movie.
No,
and the one faggot that we got...
was the girls.
Were girls.
Yeah.
Saying it to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Them who are, like, coming on to them.
Like the guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the guys who are, like, trying to, like, fuck that. You know what
just
I mean?
Just being idiots.
Like, yeah. That's like, why are you calling them faggots?
I thought that was kind of interesting, though.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. There was, and that's probably, you know, when this movie was made. When was the movie made?
2016.
2016, you know. I feel like Linklater
I think that Linklater knew that we couldn't put too much of that in the movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I think that he was smart enough to, when you were going to use it, it's girls saying it to them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're on the defense, you know, against these guys who are being kind of, you know, gross with them. So, yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, I think it was a conscious choice, but also it does come off, you know, positively when you're watching it going, okay, these guys are not really going out of their way to go real homophobic with each other, which there probably would have been if this were a little bit more real, but you know. But yeah, this movie is a lot of fun.
I'm glad that we got to it.
Yeah, totally.
This was a fun revisit.
Yes. And a fun... first visit.
It's kind of like Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused is a fun movie to watch when it's been like 8 years between viewings.
Sure, yeah.
That you can
yeah.
kind of you forget enough of the movie that it's like watching it for the first time.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
totally. I can see that. And it is it feels a lot like Dazed and Confused in the way the scenes are structured. The passage of time is structured in the movie. So yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Richard Linklater, for hiring these boys with the fattest asses in Hollywood.
You picked a good
group
of dudes to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Richard Linklater has a movie that is at the fall festivals. It is with Ethan Hawke. Let me look up the name of it really fast. It's called Blue Moon.
Oh.
It is with Ethan Hawke, Margaret Qualley, and Andrew Scott and Bobby Cannavale.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it's going to be out in October.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, listeners, that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed our little chat on Everybody Wants Some.
Pete.
Yes.
Is it time for our weekly rewind?
Weekly rewind? I believe so. What have we been watching this week?
Well, I went to
a movie. You went to a movie called
Caught Stealing.
Caught Stealing.
Mm-hmm. Went to Caught Stealing, the new
Been
Darren
Caught
Aronofsky
Stealing?
movie.
Did they play the song from Jane's Addiction?
I think so.
What?
I think it
When
might
I
be.
was 5?
Well, Caught Stealing, I mean, you think that you mentioned... I think that you may have caught this in the trailer. Caught Stealing is set in the late 90s.
Did not know that.
I mean, there's shots of the Twin Towers in the trailer.
Oh, there are?
So it does kind of hint at that
when
you see the marketing for this movie. But Caught Stealing, a movie that we had seen that trailer a lot, and I feel like I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Okay.
Especially with Darren Aronofsky. There is Darren Aronofsky movies that I really like Black Swan. There are other Darren Aronofsky movies that are very up its own ass.
Sure.
Like Mother. And this is not one of those movies. I think this is a good time. You could tell that Darren Aronofsky was having a blast doing this movie.
Okay.
That it's kind of a fun caper. It reminds me a lot of After Hours.
Sure.
Of just kind of this average guy thrown into a series of crazy events. It's not set in one night like After Hours is.
Okay.
But it's like you're following him on this little adventure. It does have Griffin Dunn in it.
Oh.
Yep. Griffin Dunn is in the movie. Lev Shriver is one of
the trailer.
Is one of like the
Carol
mob,
Kane.
like the mobster.
Yeah. Hasidic Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Right.
Yeah.
Got that in the trailer too.
I didn't really know that it was Lev until we got a close up of
You
him.
didn't?
I was like,
I knew it was
Lev.
him in the trailer. Yeah.
I didn't really.
And that's Carol Kane, right? Is like the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eat the food. Yeah.
But that scene was cute. But I enjoyed it. I think that I am all in on Austin Butler. I think he's very charming. He had really great chemistry with Zoe too.
Love it.
And there were some plot turns of this movie. I won't give. We do go into spoilers. I will not talk about the plot twist of this movie.
Don't do it.
But there were some directions that I was like, oh shit. I did not see that coming.
Okay.
I did not know it was going to go in this direction. I've seen movies. I know how scripts work. And I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I like that we fancy ourselves these like oracles of screenwriting. We're like, well, I can guess what they're going to say.
I can appreciate a good setup and payoff. And Caught Stealing has a number of really satisfying setups and payoffs.
Good.
Too. So
we love that
I enjoyed
about
it.
a script.
You know where I went to it at? I went to it at the Burbank 16. Have you ever noticed on the AMC app there is a theater called the XL?
Yes.
I went in the XL theater.
Was it big?
I mean,
Was
I
it
guess
extra large?
I guess it's big. I mean, everything now for movie theaters has to be premium screens.
So maybe
now.
is it just like it's not quite an IMAX?
It's not quite an. I mean, Limax is a whole thing. Is that almost all IMAX screens are Limax?
Yeah, this one in Alhambra is not quite an IMAX.
Even the Burbank 16's a Limax.
I know.
That those aren't true dimensions. I noticed that the screen was really tall. I would say it's taller than most movie screens.
You show Gone with the Wind in there, it'll look amazing.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
'Cause on account of it's in a square ratio. Wizard of Oz.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
We'll have to go to the XL.
So what you need to do now is watch the trailer again to find out if they really did smooth out Austin Butler's bulge.
You can see
in his panties.
You can see his little junk
because he's in his panties for like a good
his,
couple scenes of the movie, right?
He's in his underwear in a lot of the movie.
Oh, okay. So watch it again because I remember after I read the thing,
they did.
I watched we watched this trailer 10,000 times, and I was like, "Oh, he's a Ken doll. It's a fucking pencil.
It's a fucking pencil."
Yeah.
I think they did.
They probably did. Lame.
And it's refreshing of how many times we watch these fucking AMC trailers in their 25 to 30 minutes of pre-show content that I think that the trailer oddly undersold of how good the movie was.
Okay, I like that.
Which was kind of nice. I sometimes like when that happens.
Yeah. No, I always like when that happens. I like when the trailer doesn't spoil everything, every joke, every kill, the monkey. You know, I hate when they do that. So it's good when you go in and you're like, I was not expecting that. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, Caught Stealing. Go check it out.
Yes, indeed. What else have we been watching lately?
You put on Flight of the Navigator the other day.
I did. I put on Flight of the Navigator.
I watched most of it.
We both did a 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift that day. We got home. I mean, before 2:30. We both live really close to our jobs. So we got home before 2:30. You went in the bedroom to have a little lie down. And I had a little lie down on the couch. And I put on Flight of the Navigator. And I think you were having a little bit of a go at it when you first came out. You're like, what the hell?
I ended up coming. Well, I've watched this with you before.
I know.
I did not grow up on Flight of the Navigator. I do think that it does feel like Disney was like, all right, Universal just made A.T.
Just made E.T. It's like 4 years later.
86.
E.T.'s 82.
82?
82.
I do think that it was that time with kid movies in the 80s where I think that everybody wanted to replicate.
Needed an alien?
Everybody wanted to replicate E.T.
I didn't see no damn dog turd white poo looking alien.
But what about the robot, though?
It's a robot. It's a difference.
Was Short Circuit before Flight of the Navigator?
Oh, gosh.
Short Circuit probably like 85.
I'll have to look that one up. That's a good question. Johnny Five is alive. I don't know. I think a jive-talking robot that sounds like Pee Wee Herman.
Short Circuit's 86.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah,
Same year as Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah, I think a jive-talking robot that sounds like Pee Wee Herman is miles away from E.T., the extraterrestrial.
Also, what was up with these movies like Flight of the Navigator, Explorers, where kids
are in spaceships,
make a spaceship and they're a pilot and they go out into outer space.
What kid doesn't want to do that?
I don't know if I was one of them.
These are different. Okay, the kid in Flight of the Navigator did not make the spaceship. The spaceship kidnapped him, and through time dilation, traveling through the speed of light, much like in Interstellar, everyone back on Earth aged, and he stayed the same age. It's exactly like Interstellar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what's her name? Who plays his mom from Alien and from
Veronica Cartwright?
Veronica Cartwright is Jessica Chastain, and the little boy is Matthew McConaughey.
But I think that Matthew McConaughey is is their dad.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He is. I'm just saying, Flight of the Navigator is as good, if not better, than Interstellar. And that's what I have to say about that. It's on Disney Plus, kids. If you have not watched it, I say give it a shot. There's some CGI, which many people nowadays would refer to as AI, but that is a little different thing. But there's some early CGI in this movie from 1986. The ship looks great. We also get
86 Sarah Jessica Parker.
We also get Sarah Jessica Parker as Carolyn McAdams, the Carolyn McAdams. I love it when movie characters say their full names. I'm Carolyn McAdams. Who talks like that?
And she is a nurse at this.
She's like an intern.
It's
actually NASA in this movie. Okay. It is literally NASA.
But yet she's kind of like a candy striper, though.
Yes, yeah.
She's like a candy striper for NASA.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And she's like telling this little boy who's like zapped from 1978 into 1986 about Twisted Sister. And he's
she was going to a Twisted Sister concert.
And he's like, my mom just took me to see the Bee Gees last week. And she's like,
the Bee Gees?
Gag me with a spoon. Oh, mercy. I'm telling you. If you like Jive Talking Robots, Paul Rubens and Sarah Jessica Parker, go watch Flight of the Navigator today. Mm-hmm. It's also directed by Randall Kleiser.
Randall Kleiser from Grease.
Who directed
and
Grease.
The Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
We might be talking about Randall Kleiser very soon on the podcast again.
Well, he's only directed a handful of movies, so we've covered most of them.
Yeah.
So you do the math.
I rewatched Pretty Woman the other night.
You sure did.
I watched all of it.
Yeah.
Usually for Pretty Woman, it's a movie that I will start.
Yeah.
I love the beginning of Pretty Woman when they're out on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I check out in the later half of that movie when...
I just love when they finally let her shop.
When they finally let her shop. Everything after that, I sometimes dip out, but I actually finished it.
You want the fairy tale?
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You know, she's a hooker with a heart of gold. I remember my parents renting this one, and this was another one, much like Steel Magnolias. My parents rented it, watched it. I was kind of in and out of the room, and then later on at night, everybody went to bed, and I went and watched it. And my sister was like, "That's that movie about that hooker," and I was like,
"What are you talking
about? It's about a hooker?
It's about a
what?
hooker?
It can't be about a hooker.
I mean, how the movie portrays sex workers is very interesting.
Yeah,
even for the late '80s. I don't know if you saw these types of women out on Hollywood Boulevard.
I mean, is it Vivian's first day on the job? Maybe.
I mean, you want to hook her on the first day of the job?
Everybody wants to sleep with a hooker, but you want them on the first day of the job.
Old Kathy Griffin joke.
Yeah. We love it. Reach, Bev, Will.
Kit, movie best friend,
yeah,
goals.
Yeah.
I mean,
this ain't the buffet, kid.
I always think of that whenever we go out.
Whenever we go to the Blue Banana.
And I see...
whenever we go get drinks at the Blue Banana.
God, there's something about the Blue Banana of that space of bar is so Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's so off Hollywood Boulevard.
The bars that are literally on Hollywood
Boulevard, they look like the fucking Blue Banana.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about Hollywood Boulevard when you revisit
the
Pretty Woman.
Same.
Is that for the most part, it's the fucking same.
Yeah.
Like, there has been some new buildings.
Yeah.
But you have to go down the street more.
You know what I noticed, too, when we watched those videos, that lady in London, Love in London, shout out Love in London, come on our podcast. She tells you, like, I'm an American who's lived in London for 10 years, and, like, this is what you do when you come here. And she'll tell you about, like, touristy places not to go to, which we went to all of them. And she's like, and this just has stupid tourist shops with, like, dumb merchandise. And, like, all the shops, I'm just like, did we go in that one? They all look the same. And they all look like Hollywood Boulevard tourist shops, but with Queen Elizabeth stuff.
With Union Jacks.
Yeah, instead of, like, fucking Elvis and Marilyn. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, here it's, like, Tupac and, like, fucking...
I have a soft spot for Hollywood
Tupac
Boulevard.
and James Dean, who I hope that in heaven, in their, like, white robes and their, like, harps, Tupac.
You want them to be at a malt shop with James Dean and Marilyn?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like Tupac would be hanging out with all of them up there, looking down at us going like, why are you buying a driver's license with my face on? What is that?
I want to know what Marilyn in heaven would think about her image on a T-shirt with
covered in tattoos.
Covered in tattoos.
I didn't have any tattoos. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Talking to Audrey. Mm-hmm. She's like, what's going on with these tattoos? I can't do an Audrey Hepburn. It's a very specific. It's such a weird I'm gonna get Love on the phone.
Her weird
Love, do your
Atlantic accent.
Love, do your Audrey talking about why you don't like tattoos. Ooh, tattoos! I could never. Tattoos make me look positively goofy,
darling. So yeah, I watched all Pretty Woman.
Yes, Pretty Woman. No, I think that Pretty Woman is utterly charming.
I love it.
Can watch it any day of the week.
I upgraded it on Letterboxd to 4.5 stars. I gave it an extra half a star.
There you go. Because you looked at your 4 stars and you said, big mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. Oh, boy. We also just finished Real Housewives of Orange County. Today.
No, I mean, we have... Okay, so we have...
Well, we're up to date. We're up to date,
but tomorrow Peacock is going to have the new episode, which is going to be the fallout of the lie detector tests.
Not the lie detector tests.
You know these fucking shows are scraping the bottom of the barrel
when they have to... Yeah.
When they have to take a lie detecting test.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more frustrating for these type of reality shows, and I'm sure that the producers fucking hate it, is everything is off camera that they're talking about. Nothing was all the big reveals,
the big fights, the big reveals this season on Real Housewives of Orange County are about things that did not happen on the show. So they can't.
There's no footage of it.
They can't do the black and white footage, especially when it's like this morning. Like, why? I love when they do that. They'll be like, oh, Gina and I went to lunch this morning and she told me, that you actually did put her dog in the microwave.
I like when they rewind it.
And then they'll rewind it and then it'll be the footage and it's in black and white and it'll say 4 hours ago. And you're like,
they usually don't do black and white.
Why didn't you just show us that?
Yeah.
Like earlier.
But yeah, this season, while...
And Gina will be like, I never put her dog in the microwave. And you're like...
This season, while I guess it has sucked me in.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I also think it is very frustrating.
Sure.
With what these shows have become.
Sure.
Is I hate bringing in the internet.
Right.
Instagram.
Right.
Accounts.
And bloggers that blog about the housewives. On the Housewives.
I hate it.
No, we don't want that. We want the illusion. We want this is television.
I mean, I would say that it's something that Beverly Hills is good at not doing, but I feel like Beverly Hills has done that.
They only do it in reference to themselves, like to Dorit's Instagram.
Sure.
Dorit was late because she was posting...
Oh, I forgot about that.
...photos of her glam to come to this. And then it's like her stupid assistant on the ground, like taking on this picture. But you know what I love about this season of OC is that remember last season when like Shannon Bedore came back after like getting like a full body lift or whatever, and everybody was like, "Fuck, Shannon Bedore looks amazing." Now this season, you're just like, she just looks like a 60-year-old lady.
Yeah.
Now, like, whatever she did, just all settled, and now she's just back to looking like old Shannon Bedore. Like, she still looks good. She's still pretty, all that stuff. But last season, she was fucking snatched, and this season, it's like, all right. She just looks
she just looks
like someone's mom.
You can only watch Shannon have this meltdown so many times on the show.
Girl, how many times can you leave?
Do you know who is coming out?
Leaving.
Do you know who is coming out of the season looking like a fucking pro?
Yeah,
it's Jen. Jen is like the voice of reason of this entire season.
And Jen could so easily be edited into Boo Boo the Fool.
Yeah,
she could because she says it. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I like to see the best in people. So she could so easily be edited into head in the clouds, space case, I don't know what's going on, big boobs, big lips, whatever. But she is really being portrayed as like the most grounded of all of them when she's marrying this fucking bozo.
Yeah.
Right. whatever. I like Jen.
I like Jen too. I'm kind of on the fence with Katie. I think that Katie is.
I believe Katie.
I think she's gotten a little.
I believe Katie.
I think that she's gotten a little in over her head with this group of women.
No, she is very in over her head with them.
I think Katie really came on strong of being a newbie housewife.
Yeah.
You really have to give them a lot.
Right.
Because you don't want to be labeled as boring.
Yes.
And I think that maybe with some of this...
She didn't want to go the Crystal Minkoff.
These alleged stories told to this blogger from Gretchen.
Right.
Maybe it was not the wisest to kind of come in a little too hot with them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Your mom believes Katie. I was just texting with her before we did this episode.
I think reasonable people do believe
I think
Katie.
that she's pretty well liked with the fan base.
I think she is.
You know who the fan base does not like is Emily and Gina.
I know. Mm-hmm. Because Emily and Gina are fucking assholes this season.
I don't like any of the conversations that Emily has about her son.
About the son. Leave him out of it.
Don't think that I would be airing any of that
absolutely
with
not.
Your autistic child
Absolutely
on television.
Whether or not he actually is has autism. She doesn't even know it.
A lot of people watch this show, and if I was that child, I would not want that aired on television.
I think this kid is going to go the way of Tamara Judge's kids.
Yes.
And when he grows up and becomes a teenager and is like, listen, lady, I'm not down with this anymore.
And I don't even buy Emily kind of countering that, saying that it's his decision. It's like, oh, he is a child.
He is 8.
He is 8. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. No. This is crazy.
And especially coming so hard on what kind of a mother Katie is.
Yeah.
Too.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And coming so hard on leave the kids out of it and don't talk about my children. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're fucking spilling his tea about she's constantly saying he has an eating disorder, nonstop. That's all. My son who has an eating disorder. It's
yeah,
you have to lead with that every time.
I wouldn't be putting it on a show like this.
Oh God. Mm-hmm. It's not in the best taste, and you're coming across, a little crazy. And Gina's just coming across fucking thirsty. I don't know. She's coming across trying to please everyone there. And much like Gretchen, I think Gina is afraid of Heather Dubrow and Tamara Judge.
Tamara Judge, how is she still on this show? How does
this woman have a job?
How do any of these women work with her?
How?
I don't know.
Yeah. This don't make any kind of sense. How is? I know how Andy's still on board with her because she's fucking. I don't know.
Because she delivers what they want.
She's giving us a story.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving us a storyline. Because I think this season, if Shannon Bedore didn't have Tamara and Katie to fight with, Shannon Bedore would have zero story this season. What is her story if it's not I'm mad at Katie and I'm mad at Tamara? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Go do your 2-woman show with Vicky selling out the Yuck Yuck Room in Chatsworth.
The Tres Amigas.
Yeah, the Tres Amigas. The Tres Amigas. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. What was... I would pay so much money if someone had a fucking bootleg phone video of the Tres Amigas.
It's inflatable saxophones.
And giant sunglasses. Yes.
Lip syncing to sisters are doing it for themselves or something. Yeah.
Just imagining them with inflatable saxophone.
It's kind of crazy when you look at Tamara's been on this show since the beginning.
So many faces ago.
Since the beginning, so many faces ago.
The footages.
Who is that woman?
The footages that they showed in last week's episode of the reunion where she's fighting with Gretchen's life partner, who is a man. What is that, Gretchen? Just call him your boyfriend. Who cares?
Gretchen's hair.
Oh my God.
Sometimes it's giving me a little Lonnie Anderson.
We love when it's giving Lonnie Anderson.
Then sometimes it's giving you're dating Hugh Hefner at the Playboy Mansion.
It's giving Kendra
because it's that shade of shade of blonde.
That Kendra White.
Yeah.
Jen clocked it today. The pink. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a Chanel suit that she was wearing, but Jen clocked it. It's the mom from the Wonder Years. That outfit is cuckoo, magoo,
this
bananas.
This is the first time that we've seen this interview look.
Yeah.
In this episode.
Yeah. Shannon had an interview look that we hadn't seen before either. It was like this coppery metallic thing. That was the first time we saw that look, and it is crazy, and I don't even understand what's happening. But Gretchen is an interesting one. She's a friend. She's not holding an orange.
Gretchen was one of the... I don't think... She was not one of the original ones.
Right.
She was not one of the original housewives.
She was on the main cast
But
for a
she
minute.
was... I think that she was introduced maybe in the 3rd season, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but her storyline this season is crazy. She's very churchy. She keeps talking about the Bible a lot. And her life partner... who was a man, they constantly referred to as her life partner. Zane, I forgot his name. They constantly refer to him as her life partner and all the supers. But I'm assuming it's a thing that Gretchen has been divorced and now she's with him and they're just choosing not to get married.
Sure.
And she's just like, I'm a grown woman. He's not my boyfriend.
Yeah.
This is the storyline that I'm
can
making
respect
up
that.
because
Sure.
why are they referring to him as her life partner? Because none of them else it's not their husband. Do they say that? They'll say their boyfriend, whatever.
And what was up with Gretchen telling them something very different in the car?
See, this is the one thing that Tamara has
The
that I'm
weird
like,
inconsistencies in the story.
This part of it, Tamara, I see what you're
Tamara
saying.
does have something.
She's got something on her there because the bitch told me, yes, I went to the hospital. But then the lie detector, she said, no, I didn't go to the hospital. And she told the truth. So who's she lying to?
Could you imagine going for drinks with the girls one Sunday and they break out a lie detecting test?
Bitch, I got 2 lie detectors, 2 separate people. Half you going to go to one, half you going to go to the other.
I heard that Bravo used the same lie detector people in an episode of Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
So they're on standby whenever they need to do a lie detecting test on any of these shows.
Which one of the other girls would you kai with? Latrice.
The Iron Fist shoes.
Do you like
RuPaul's
Iron Fist
shoes? All right. We should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. We could keep talking about the Housewives of Orange County for a long time, but unfortunately, we can't do that. If you guys would like for us to have,
I don't know if I have that in me.
I know.
I don't think I have a Housewife recap podcast in me.
I'm just kidding because I don't either. But that's what we've been watching this week. We haven't been able to go to too many movies.
Hopefully,
this week we've been very busy.
For next week's episode, I would like to see Twinless.
Yes, I would love to see Twinless.
I want to talk about it on the show.
Really good. That one also looks like it's got a little twist. What a twist! So we'll see.
With the kid from The Maze Runner, what's his name?
Dylan O'Brien.
Got
Dylan O'Brien. There's a little queer storyline there, so we'll see what happens with that one. So I'm very excited for that. So hopefully we'll be talking about that next time. But until then, I think it is time.
Patreon shout-outs?
For some Patreon shout-outs. We'd like to say a great big hello and thank you to all of our wonderful active patrons, including RP. R. Phillips, you are brand new. Thank you for being a patron. Christopher, Callum, David, Chava, Kitchen Barbie Clubhouse, Laura H., I think, Ronnie, Matt, Carla, Leah, Megan, Rachel, Andrew, Steven, Leah, SB, Brian, Mark, Deja, Amy, Erica, Anna, our friends at How Do You Drew, Andy, Kate, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Jess, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Ted, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Paul, Jamie, Drew, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. You guys, thank you for being patrons. Head over to patreon.com/movies that made us gay for all of our bonus content.
A lot of fun bonus content. We have one more RuPaul's Drag
Race
We're
gonna get
logo years. We're going to be talking about season 5. I'm not sure what episode we're talking about, but we'll figure it out. That's going to be out very, very soon.
Yes.
So you'll get that at the $5 level of our summer series. Also at the $5 level, you'll get the TV shows that keep us gay. You can listen to us talk about Sarah Jessica Parker in
Square
the
pegs,
1982 show Square Pegs.
Mm-hmm.
That is this past month.
Yes, indeed.
Episode just came out. And you'll get all of the TV show episodes at the $5 level. At the $10 level, you will get the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
The Watch with this commentary, it works as its own episode.
Yes. It also works to sync with the movie. You can have the movie playing on your laptop or your television and then have the episode playing on your phone or, what have you, and sync it up. And our lovely, colorful commentary will be happening to the movie, and it'll sync up, and it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. So check that out over at patreon.com/movies that made us gay. Head over to your podcast listening application and follow the show. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Leave us comments and give us a 5-star rating. We'd love it if you did that. We need a new review over on Apple Podcasts. It's a shout out to all of you listeners who have iPhones in your hand or your pocket or on your car dashboard right now. Go to Apple Podcast application and write us a review and we'll read it.
We're on all of the social media platforms, most active on Instagram.
Yes, indeed. We're at Movies That Made Us Gay. If you like, repost, post in your stories, comment on, share, all that fun stuff, all that engagement helps us to reach a wider audience, and we love it. We're most active on Instagram, so follow us there. But you can also follow our personal socials. My name is Pete. I'm at Peter Lasagna on Instagram.
Scott Youngler on Instagram, and follow my letterbox.
Yes, indeed. Until next week, thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.